Welcome to our exploration of Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that has shaped minds and lives for over 2 millennia. This script delves into the origins of Stoicism, its core principles, and its relevance in today's world. Through the story of Zeno of Cyprus, the founder of Stoicism, we'll discover how this philosophy teaches us to navigate life's challenges with resilience, acceptance, and a unique perspective. Join us as we uncover the timeless wisdom of Stoicism and learn how it can help us lead more meaningful and balanced lives. Script. In the city of Cyprus around 300 BC, there lived a wealthy merchant named Zeno. During a voyage from Phoenicia to Piraeus, his ship was wrecked, taking all his cargo with it. This single, uncontrollable event transformed Zeno from a wealthy man into a poor one in an instant. Imagine being in Zeno's position. How would you react to losing your life's work to forces beyond your control? Would you be angry? Sad? Feel cheated by life? These reactions might be common, but Zeno, the founder of Stoicism, thought differently. One small change can have a lasting impact, and one small shift in perspective can lead to significant transformations over time. The essence of Stoicism lies in acceptance and indifference. After studying Socrates and other great philosophers, Zeno developed and taught Stoicism. He believed that while we can't control what happens to us, we can control how we respond, and we should use this power wisely. Instead of lamenting over lost goods, Zeno focused on staying composed, calm, and neutral, despite his situation. Today, Stoics are often seen as unbreakable people who don't succumb to emotional extremes. But the original idea of Stoicism was far more profound. It wasn't just about being unemotional. It was a way to view, describe, and understand the world. It was a way of life, and this philosophy has endured for centuries. Stoic philosophy is still applicable today, offering significant benefits. Stoicism helps us process negative emotions from adverse experiences and transforms them into thoughts that offer a unique perspective on life. Perspective is everything, and everyone's experiences shape their views. The Stoics shared their philosophy publicly, believing it could benefit anyone, from slaves to emperors. Notable Stoics included Epictetus, once a slave, Seneca, a renowned statesman, and Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor. The early Stoics practiced what they preached, advocating against segregation and inequality. They coined the term cosmopolitan, meaning citizen of the world. When people hear that word now, they think of diverse cities like New York, Toronto, Dubai, and London. This unity and togetherness were central to Stoic teachings. At the time of Stoicism's foundation, women weren't allowed to pursue philosophy, but Stoics disagreed with that completely. Musonius Rufus, Epictetus's teacher, once said, "It is not men alone who possess eagerness and a natural inclination towards virtue, but women also. Women are pleased no less than men by noble and just deeds, and reject the opposite of such actions. Since that is so, why is it appropriate for men to seek out and examine how they might live well? That is, to practice philosophy, but not women?" Even when it wasn't popular, women were allowed to learn about Stoicism and become Stoics themselves. So why do so many people adopt Stoicism as a way of life? In a world full of unexpected events, our emotions can get in the way of things. In reality, we don't get sad because bad things happen to us. We get sad because unexpected bad things happen to us. Rain is a good thing. It waters our plants, provides water for livestock, and keeps the temperature cool and humid. But getting caught in the rain without an umbrella is never a good experience. So why don't we cry when it starts to rain? It's because although the situation is bad, we've learned to expect rain. It's unavoidable, and we can't control the weather, although it sucks. The rain passes, and the light returns. Stoicism teaches us to expect that everything bad that can happen will happen. Picture the worst outcome, and be content knowing it could happen. One of the Stoic exercises is known as voluntary discomfort, an exercise aimed at increasing feelings of gratitude. Sleep on the floor of your kitchen. Take cold showers instead of hot ones. Eat nothing but potatoes for a few days. This exercise helps you understand that no matter how hard it gets, you'll survive and potentially thrive if your mindset is right. By enduring these uncomfortable situations, we prepare mentally for future misfortunes. With constant advertisements convincing us that we need the next best thing to be happy, this message is more important now than ever. We enter the world not knowing much of anything. We grow up learning from home, school, and our own observations. Often, these sources teach us differently. Do we need to internalize all this knowledge? If we do, we might set unrealistic expectations for our lives, leading to disappointment and dissatisfaction. That's no way to live. We should focus on improving ourselves for ourselves. Doing things for our own sake, without external hopes, prevents disappointment. Many try to fill emptiness with external things like cars, houses, or starting a family for their value, not their meaning. But Stoicism teaches that placing happiness in external forces is risky. Cars break down, natural disasters destroy cities, and divorce rates are high. Even free things come at a cost. Space, both physical and mental, is valuable. Seneca once wrote, "Learning to live with less creates space for the things that truly matter." Instead, we must base our happiness on our intrinsic value, not material possessions. We should strive to keep a cool head regardless of what life throws at us. Most things are out of our control, but we can control how we react. This is the dichotomy of control, the cornerstone of Stoic philosophy. Epictetus said, "The chief task in life is to identify and separate matters, so that I can say clearly to myself, which are externals not under my control, and which have to do with the choices I actually control." Stoics teach us to separate what we can control from what we cannot. We should derive our value from things we can control, not from things we can't. Striving for goals is good, but breaking down when things don't go our way is useless from a Stoic perspective. Making YouTube videos may be easier than being a Roman emperor, but it can still be challenging. From forming ideas, researching, scripting, creating, editing, to finally uploading, it's all up to you. But once you click upload, the power shifts to the YouTube algorithm. Many judge their success based on views and subscribers, metrics beyond their control. Stoics teach to judge success by the effort you put in, not the outcome. Trust the process. Living with less means unbinding yourself from societal handcuffs. Consider someone who works hard for 6 months, seeks a promotion, but doesn't get it. He might feel he's failed without considering other factors like his boss's mood or company finances. By valuing the quality of his work and continuing to strive for his goal, he could be happier. This mindset shift is crucial. A true Stoic finds comfort in living a good life without material wealth. There are four main virtues of Stoicism: wisdom, courage, temperance, and justice. Wisdom is separating what is internal from what is external and choosing our response to events. Viktor Frankl said, between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. Courage means persisting and resisting. Temperance, or moderation, means doing more with less, saying more with fewer words. Stoics believe wealth should be enough to meet essential needs. Justice, the most important virtue, teaches that no one should harm another because we were born to do good to one another. Nelson Mandela, an African leader, fought against apartheid, was imprisoned for 27 years, then elected president of South Africa. Many expected him to seek revenge, but he did not. Influenced by Stoicism, he urged his people to rebuild and move forward, focusing on what they could control. In modern medicine, Stoicism underpins rational emotive behavioral therapy, RET and logotherapy. RET helps patients identify and challenge negative thoughts, replacing them with healthier beliefs. Logotherapy is based on finding purpose, even in dark times, to fill life with meaning. It's a process. We must rewire our thinking, replacing old thoughts with new ones. To fix our happiness issues, we must practice self-worth. By focusing on what we can control, we avoid fixating on uncontrollable things and lead happier lives. Stoicism helps us navigate life's storms to calmer waters. And if our ship sinks, we can take peace in having lived a good life. Because everything has an end. As we've journeyed through the wisdom of Stoicism, we've seen how this ancient philosophy offers timeless guidance for modern challenges. From Zeno's shipwreck to Mandela's resilience, Stoicism teaches us to control our responses, live with less, and find value in ourselves, rather than external things. By embracing the core virtues of wisdom, courage, temperance, and justice, we can lead more fulfilling lives. Remember, we cannot control everything that happens to us, but we can control how we react. In this, we find true strength and peace. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of Stoicism.